Alright, we are here, and that's a bit loud. So Layton versus Wright was more or less a complete and total bust, because every time I tried to stream it, it would end up crashing a few minutes into the stream. And I am sincerely hoping and praying that it does not wind up the same way with my favorite game, or one of my favorite games in the series, Professor Layton and the Miracle Mask. Oh boy, if this one also crashes similarly to how Layton versus Wright did, I may end up having to put this whole marathon on hold, and I don't want to do that. That's the last thing I want to do. So please, let this stream go smoothly. Amen. We'll put our name in and start the story. This is a work of fiction. The characters, groups, and events portrayed within are in no way intended to resemble those of the real world. We got it. We got it.
Wow. So this is Montedor.
Indeed. In only 18 years, this little desert oasis has grown into quite a tourist attraction.
It's amazing, Professor.
Yes, it is. Some people even call it the City of Miracles.
The City of Miracles.
So yeah, we're going on a bit of a carnival motif this time, which is very different from the previous games. That's one of the reasons I actually really love this one, despite its faults. Like, the location is so much like more unique than most other Layton games, and it's just got, and because of that, it just has an identity that's just unique solely to it compared to the other games. Prosperous Montedor is famous for growing from a single humble inn into a large and wealthy space, into a large and wealthy city in the space of just 18 years. How could such a city develop so fast? Montedor is a huge city which Henry Lador built from nothing in a mere 18 years. That's quite an accomplishment. That it is. Prologue: The Carnival of Montedor. See, we're getting right into it now. We're getting right into it. It's not like Layton versus Wright, where we had like 10 minutes of cutscenes. Oh, but we do have weird 3D cutscenes now, though.
Here, Professor.
Hey, Ohana.
Yes.
I'm begging and pleading for my life with Twitch right now. How are you doing?
The letter said that terrible things have happened here. It's hard to believe.
We'll have a better understanding of the situation after we speak to Angela.
We need to
I'm
keep
fearful.
going this way,
Same!
don't we?
Same! I am keeping an attentive eye on the fucking dropped frames counter and just...
Look at this place, Professor. It's all so bright and colorful. It's like being at the fun fair.
A place to forget the worries of everyday life. Anything is possible in the City of Miracles. Or so they say.
I just don't see how bad things could be happening here. Everyone looks so cheerful.
Indeed, it's hard to believe that something is afoot in the midst of these celebrations. I do hope Angela is wrong. Ah, that too. Well, best of luck with that. Well, we won't get far just standing around. We'd better make a start with our investigation.
All right, then I'm gonna start by asking these people over here.
Just a moment, Luke. Let's acquaint ourselves with some new methods. We don't want to grow complacent.
Oh, sorry. I'm listening.
And now we learned the thing that we learned in Layton versus Wright, but technically we didn't learn because that stream has lost the time. Drag this shit around, click. Points of interest, slightly different from before. But it is largely the same sentiment.
I think so. Just slide the look around and give it a quick tap to investigate.
Precisely. Well then, I'll let you get on with it. Be sure to check anything that looks out of the ordinary. Hey Ollie, I'm fearing for my life. God, I hope this stream works. Hey, what's your deal?
Help! Look at the balloons that clown has. He's all wrapped up in the strings. Is that normal?
At a glance, I'd have to say no. Let's get him down from there, shall we?
Are you alright, sir? It doesn't look very comfortable up there.
You can say that again. I meant to be tying up balloons for the carnival, but I've gone and tied myself up instead. If the ringmaster catches me like this, it won't be pretty, even with all my lovely balloons. Oh, I've bungled my last. Be a dear and get me out of this tangle, will you? Being tied up in all this black string makes me look like a zebra.
All right, and now we get into the puzzle. So, funny story about this one. I've gone on record saying I've played this Layton game the most, and because of that, I think this is the one I know the most puzzles by memory. This clumsy clown has got caught up in his balloon strings. Give Luke and Layton a hand in untangling the strings. Touch any of the orange points to swap around strings to left and right at that point. Keep at it until you can free the clown. This one is very simple. You just from top to bottom, from bottom left to top right.
I believe I have this one. Solving puzzles is truly a pleasure.
Easy. Thank goodness you got him down quickly. Now the balloons are free to float gently into the breeze. Picker rats are the difficulty. My puzzle is tougher. This means man incorrect puzzle decrease. Think carefully, fucker. You can also get bonuses.
Oh, you have no idea how grateful I am. Honestly, I'd give you the world if I had it. Shame I don't, eh?
Really, sir? There's no need for thanks.
Well, alright then. I'll let you enjoy the carnival. That's as good as any gift.
Wow! Professor, look at that clown! And all the balloons! And the band!
They're just having a wonderful time, aren't they? Nothing can go wrong.
This is fantastic! Everyone is having such a good time!
They are. And I'm looking forward to doing the same after our investigation.
Oh, right! The investigation!
Once we're able to relax,
That was
we'll
pretty
see what the town has to offer.
Kind of looked like it, yeah. Oh. Oh, that's never good.
Professor, what was that?
Yes.
It's him! Run! Frozen like stone!
Stone. Quickly.
Well, everything sort of went to shit in a hot minute, didn't it? Oh boy. Oh god. Oh yeah, no, that is dead ass stone. Oh. Oh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What on earth is going on here?
Statues?
Hey! I'm trying to escape here. Get out of the way, will you?
Please, sir, try to remain calm.
Layton, considering the situation, I'm not sure he can.
Calm? Are you blind? Those people have been turned to stone.
Yeah, honestly, anybody would freak out at the sight of
Professor,
that.
how is that possible?
A very good question.
Especially considering, you know, the probability of them maybe being able to, like, break while they're stone. Oh, what happened? Is the stream still up? Is the stream still up? I think the game busted for a second there, but is the stream still up? I can't. I'm worried. I'll reload the. I'll restart the game real quick. Cause, all right, the stream's still up. Okay, that's good. Well, let's hope I can skip some of these cutscenes. At least half of them. That's all I need. That time it wasn't Twitch's fault. Okay. Boop. Seen that. Related to the stream. No, usually my problem with what happened with Layton versus Right was basically after 20 minutes or so of streaming it, the stream would just crash. Like, it would disconnect and everything, and I don't know why. It was only with Layton versus Right as well, because after... Oh, this one's... Okay, there's no way to skip this one. So,
Yes,
basically,
I've
like...
heard that Montador
I
is
tried
quite
the same day with
exciting
Sonic Mania, was able to play that whole game front to back, no issue. So either it's with the way I'm recording my 3DS games, or it was just with Layton
We'll
versus
have a
Right.
better understanding of the situation after we speak to Angela.
We
I
need to
meant
keep
Han- oh,
going this
sorry.
way, don't we?
Alright, yep. Come on, we've seen all this. We did all this. I just wanna get back to where we were. Interesting, the Layton versus Right cause crash them. Yeah, might have been the wrong game card. Yeah, alright, anyway. Luckily, I do know this puzzle like the back of my hand as I demonstrated, so we'll get that done real quick. Come on. 0, 0, 1. Alright, yes, I know. Untangle the motherfucker. Does it work reverse as well? No, it does not. Okay, it's only top right to bottom left. Okay.
Just a dash of puzzle solving here.
And boom, there we go.
That was a challenge, to be sure.
Alright. He's free. That's good. Alright. Gonna get to play the difficulty, gather a lot, do the thing. Yeah, we helped him. We're good. Alright. Boop. Skip.
Hey, what?
Please, sir.
God,
A ve-
Professor,
Alright.
What on?
There we go.
1, 2, 3, 4. Did you miss me, Montador? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome!
Huh?
I hope you enjoyed tonight's grand miracle. Courtesy of the Masked Gentleman. Consider what you have seen tonight as a warning. Montador will soon be destroyed. Those who submit to the power of the mask may be spared. But then again, they may not.
Oh, he just spawned wings. He can fly. Why can't we fly? Come on. I mean, we're just ordinary. This guy's magic.
Professor, Luke, what are you waiting for? A written invitation?
Gotta say one of the weak. I mean, as a whole, like, I do think, like, objectively, I do think this is one of the weaker games. But I don't know. Just it has a lot of things going for it that make me like it, despite some of its problems in comparison to other
Let's
games.
go. Everyone follow me.
Right.
hey! Wait for me!
Ha!
That's my comparison like that. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, we can't let this masked gentleman get away. We gotta go after him. We gotta chase. This is a neat thing that they never really do again, if I remember correctly. Just slide around
Follow the masked gentleman.
and avoid the barrels. Oh.
That's the way.
I mean, I get why they don't really do it again. I mean, it's a good set piece, but it's also like, how unlike it. What's underneath the mask? Why another mask, of course.
That's the way.
No, wait, there's a speed up right here.
Good work.
All right, both ways had speed. That's good. All right. We're living.
Wow.
Whoa. Ah. I got greedy. Very greedy. Ah. I think I lost him.
Where is he going?
Go!
Whoosh.
Good work.
Whoa. Ah, don't get greedy again. Ah. on.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Wow!
Yep.
Yeah.
Good work!
Yeah.
Almost!
Yeah, you can see that they're just like, I mean, this was them just being like, oh hey, we have the 3DS now. We can render full 3D stuff. Let's do some cinematic shit, which is like,
Please, be careful!
listen, I'm trying my best over here, but like, even when I'm not going for the carrot, sometimes I just accidentally bump
Where
right
is he
into
going?
the. Oh, there he is. Come on. Yeah.
Here we go.
I don't know what we're trying to accomplish chasing a flying man on foot though, but maybe we're hoping he'll land eventually. Oh, there he goes. I remember why you're chasing him. Yeah. He was just like, oh, he turned him into stone. We best be going after him. Turn some people into stone. Yeah, let's just fucking chase him. But then, as it turns out,
Look out!
as it turns out, kind of pointless, and B, completely fruitless.
Professor, I see him.
I mean, of course you're gonna try again. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Oop. But he's gone now, without a trace.
Oh, he got away.
Yes, he had quite an advantage over us.
Yeah, I mean, he was flying.
I suppose we can assume that was the masked gentleman.
Was he using some sort of magic, Professor? How did he do all that?
Luke, I can honestly say, I don't know.
Also, funny how we went from one game that was basically about magic to another one now. I know one of them was the crossover game, but still. A number of people were turned to stone during the parade on Celebration Boulevard. Some members of the crowd appear to have witnessed the petrification as it occurred. Was it really some sort of miraculous act? The crowds deserted Celebration Boulevard, leaving forlorn stone statues that were seemingly living people just moments ago.
Magic seemed to be the only thing that could explain what we had seen. It disturbed me to see the professor at such a loss. It made me wish he never received that strange letter in the first place.
Oh. Alright, we're saving. Okay, even if we crash at this point, I've got a checkpoint. It's fine. Ugh. Chapter 1, The Masked Gentleman. Whoop. Let's go.
Professor, do you know someone named Angela Lador?
Angela? Yes, of course. Where did you hear that name?
It was on the letter.
A letter?
Oh, let me.
Angela, after all these years.
Here you are.
Thank you very much, Luke.
What do we have here?
Very strange.
What is it, Professor?
Professor?
The Mask of Chaos.
Dearest Herschel, I trust this letter finds you well. I have read wonderful things about your work, Herschel. Or rather, Professor Layton. It's difficult to believe it has been nearly 18 years. I'm sure this letter comes as quite a surprise, but I must ask for your help. We have experienced a series of terrifying incidents here in Monte d'Or.
Yeah,
I
these are
must
people
be
still in
cursed
front of
by
the
the
crew.
mask of
Apparently,
chaos.
some people
What if
saw
they threaten
the
to destroy our
petrification,
city?
I think. That's what it said on the mystery
I
thing.
hope you can forgive me after all these years. I don't know who else I can turn to.
But we need to go
I
ask
cannot
those
give you the
people, I
full
would assume.
details now.
For details.
However, if you can spare the time, I should tell you all upon your arrival. We are in desperate need of your help, Herschel. I've enclosed the address for the Lador estate. I hope to see you soon. Angela Lador.
The Mask of Chaos? What is that?
Well, I mean, look, it sounds self-explanatory. It's like a,
Donald
you know.
Rutledge wrote about it in his book, Ancient Histories. According to legend, the mask bestows great power upon whoever wears it.
Yes, the allure of omnipotence is as old as mankind itself. You seem to know quite a bit about the mask, Emmy.
Well, I have taken a few courses here and there.
I see.
Did I leave something out, Professor?
No, you're absolutely correct.
So, this Mask of Chaos is well known in the world of archaeology.
Oh, yes. Among researchers, it's quite a popular topic.
If it's supposed to grant power, how can you be cursed by it?
It's difficult to say. Angela certainly wasn't very forthcoming in her letter.
What is your relationship with Angela, Professor? Is she one of Professor Layton's lost loves?
Hardly. I've known Angela since my school days. Our relationship was complicated.
Oh.
I see.
Well, a gentleman could never refuse a request from an old friend. Right, Professor?
Why, yes, Luke. I suppose you're correct there.
In the letter, she talks about a series of terrifying incidents. What do you think she means by that?
I can't say for certain, but I know how we can find out.
Boop. Alright. It is said that the Mask of Chaos grants its wearer tremendous magical power. Could this power be behind the masked gentleman's so-called miracles? It's odd. I always thought the mask's powers were just part of the legend.
So, what happened earlier? Was that the kind of incident Miss Lador was talking about in her letter?
I imagine so, yes. It sounds as though tonight's spectacle was but one of many. Emmy, were you able to find out anything that may help us?
As a matter of fact, yes. It seems our masked gentleman first turned up here about a month ago. He's been performing his miracles left, right, and center. Has the whole city in a frenzy.
He's been around for a month and we just got the call to come here recently? Damn.
Why would he do something like this? These innocent people only wanted to watch the parade.
It's worrying to see this troublemaker able to act in impunity for so long. Presumably the police are struggling with the case.
It seems so. They're trying to catch the culprit, but they can't do much without any leads on his identity. And given that they don't know how he does these miracles, I'd say it's pretty hard for them to pin down suspects.
I see. Well, there's no time like the present. Let's start by investigating the immediate area. Alright, let's. Oh, there's a lot of statues. Must have been petrified before they were petrified. Yeah, you think? Jeez. You okay over there?
Anyone who's not stoned is trembling with fear.
Well, I guess not. Sir, are you okay? Anybody, please. I just want to help. Boop.
Well, I think we've pretty much gathered that there's solid stone. Is there really nothing we can do to help them?
Professor Layton in that game, I honestly just missed out and never bothered to go back for. Man, that's a shame. I like this one. But hey, Rubbish. Hope you're doing well.
If we'd been standing here earlier, we might have ended up the same way. And we still might. Right, I'll just snap a few photos. You never know when they'll come in handy.
Yeah, we'd best be on our guard. If the other miracles are anything like tonight's, we must be prepared for any eventuality. I'm doing all right myself. I'm just still petrified with fear, thinking, God, I hope this doesn't. I hope the stream doesn't shit the bed again. It could, but.
Oh, be careful, Professor. Oh, Professor, there's someone coming our way. Let's ask him if he knows anything.
Yo, my boy! In proper 3 dimensions! We meet again, my friends. It must be the fated reunion of kindred spirits, no? How thrilling the carnival is tonight. If I'm not mistaken, you are... Mistaken? Absolutely not. Indeed, it is I who was mistaken. Suppose for a moment that we would not meet again. I'm simply here to enjoy the sights and sounds that only a tourist may see and hear. I will have none of this turning to stone business. Where's the elegance? You would sooner catch me in a waxworks. But pleasantries aside, I come to you now for a reason.
What sort of reason?
I have prepared a wooden crate, a box, say. I'd like you to try and find it. Go on, slide your stylus around. Buddy? Buddy, I don't see it. I don't. Where is it?
I can't see any wooden boxes anywhere. Are you sure there's one around here?
Not so hasty, little man. It takes but a few helpings of patience and a full course of imagination. How can you hope to find the box if you not think outside it? Ah, pardon me, Aldous. I haven't quite caught the gist of your explanation. Could you clarify a little? I'm so very glad you asked, my fair gentleman friend. This is where we must use the ancient art of zooming.
Zooming? You want us to move faster?
Slow down there. No, you must I spy with your magnifying glass and watch for a reaction. Blue is the azure sky. Behold, if the magnifying glass turns blue, you have found a zoom point. Now then, focus, magnify, zoom! Okay, zoomer. Damn it. When you find a zoom point, just touch the touchscreen. If any point of interest, do not be shy. If I remember correctly, yep, over here. And there's the box.
Oh, so it's hidden back here.
What magnificent magnification! With such a skill in your repertoire, the needle lies in plain sight and not in the haystack. God, all this is just fun.
We'll bear this technique in mind. Thank you, Aldous.
As ever, the pleasure was mine. Now touch the box before you. You've been itching for this moment, I can tell. Bring! Coin. And as if I remember correctly, we don't start with 30 this time. Yep, there's our hint coin. Don't use them. Don't use them all over the place. Use them when you need them most. Not that you're going to need them too often for this game. This game is one of the easier Layton games. And now, my friends, I've taught you everything I know. Go out into the great wide world, and zoom! Oh, I almost forgot. When you no longer want to see the world in glorious detail, touch zoom out to return to normal. And with that, I bid you adieu. Until we meet again.
He never wastes any time, does he?
Well now, back to the investigation. Perhaps this zoom function will come in handy later on. Yes, maybe it will, but not for a bit. All right. Expect anywhere else? Is there anywhere else we can? Oop, there's probably a coin there, or maybe not. Bonk. If I could turn to stone, don't make me into a garden gnome, please. Don't worry, Luke. You don't have to worry about that. Oh, it's scientifically improbable, and yet here they are. Is there anything else around? Anything at all?
Ooh. Professor, do you think that tent over there was set up for the carnival? It's huge.
I'd say so, yes. But with all the flags and illuminations, it certainly looks as a carnival marquee should. Or is it marquee?
This street is so festive. I wonder if it's like this every day.
Well, I mean, it's called Celebration Boulevard, so probably.
Can we just see it a bit closer, Professor? Just for a second?
Of course, but let's not get ahead of ourselves, Luke. You establish how we'll... Yes, of course. We need to remember how to walk. Put one foot in front of the other. Touch anything... Oh, right. We have to switch from investigation to movement mode in the 3DS games, right? I mean, technically you did that in the other games as well, but like, it's an extra click. I need to drink water. Bunk. Oh man, poor clown.
I've been wondering, Professor, how are we gonna keep track of our investigations with so much going on?
You ask a pertinent question, Luke. Allow me to explain. Same as it ever was. Just touch the trunk and, yeah, that's how you do it. There's also the index where you can redo puzzles for whatever reason. I never got why you would want to redo them if you don't, you know, get to get more picker outs. But I mean, I guess it's there, you know, if you ever just want to replay the puzzles without having to start a new game. I guess yeah, there's a reason. It's just like, eh. Not for me personally, I don't really have a reason to go back to them.
I feel like I know it all now. You're still just an apprentice, Luke. Save the smugness until you know the trunk like the back of your hand. But I did memorize it all.
Now, you two, just put the trunk to use and you'll be familiar with it in no time. Alright. Who's around here? Oh, hi. Oh yeah, that is one of the few things that does kind of mildly irk me about this game. It's not like a deal breaker, but sometimes you see like unique, I mean, because this game is in 3D now, you see a bunch of like NPCs in the background now, and sometimes you can't talk to them, and it's like, man, I just want to talk to everybody. Come on.
It's the giant clown balloon we saw earlier. I wonder how they got this enormous thing up into the air. However they did it, it's not likely to be floating again anytime soon.
It must have been damaged in all the commotion.
Shh, do you hear that? It's almost like... Is somebody crying? I hear it too. It's coming from the clown. What if the clown... What if it's alive?
No, I can't believe Kafka Final Fantasy is fucking dead. Let's have a closer look at our sniffling entertainer, shall we? Yes, let's do the zoom thing, but not yet, because I know there's a coin there. And if I remember correctly, there's also one on this illuminated window. God, this is gonna be me. This is the one I know the best, yeah. Ah, shit, it's this kid. Bleh. Hey.
Hello? Who's this? So, it was this little girl who was crying. I didn't really think it was the clown.
Oh, Mommy.
She doesn't look injured, thank goodness. There, dear, don't cry. What's your name?
Me? Name? But...
We can't help you unless you stop crying. Come on now, tell us what's wrong. She must be lost. I know that feels all too well.
I believe you're right, Luke. She seems to have lost her mother. We must do our best to reunite them.
Leave it to me, Professor.
All right, let's help her find her mother. Puzzle 002. Where's Mum? This girl has lost her mummy. Me mum has red hair. They make her they make her have sort of a Scottish thing going on in this version of the game.
Me mum has red hair. Oh, and she has a pink handbag with a bear on it.
There's a group of people talking nearby. Look how stylish everyone is today. Hold on, this handbag isn't mine. Hey, may just girl, oh man, my handbag is a blue one. This isn't my bag. It's got the wrong pattern. Who is the girl's mom? Choose from A to E. Okie dokie. Okay, so that's the thing, isn't it? Okay. Red hair and a pink handbag. Okay. But she doesn't... Okay, you say wrong pattern, so that's... Okay, no, it's not. No, unclick that. Unclick. How do I unclick it? Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Okay. Look how stylish it is. So I guess, yeah, it's not... I guess I should just cross out D and E then. I know some of them. I remember some of the puzzle. I don't remember all of them, unfortunately. If I could just be a puzzle encyclopedia for this game, I would happily do so. Just for the hell of it. But I don't have that kind of memory. I guess we can rule out C as well, considering the clues that we have. What did B say again? Hold on, this handbag isn't mine. Well, she's the only one who's, like, saying explicitly, like, just if that's wrong, so, eh.
Let's see if this is right.
Boom! There we go. Nice.
I'm the professor's apprentice.
Also, he doesn't have red hair. Oh, yeah. You got in the bag. The correct answer is B. Thank goodness the little girl found her mum. Alright, there we go.
Ah, Mummy, there you are. Bonnie, thank heavens, I was worried sick. Like, thank you so much. Don't mention it, just doing my duty as a gentleman in training. Cheers, mister. Bye-bye. All's well that ends well, right, Professor? She called you Mr. Luke. Don't you feel all grown up now?
A job well done, Luke. I'm proud of you.
Oh, it was nothing. I'm the esteemed Professor Layton's apprentice after all.
Now then, back to the case. I believe Angela's house is quite a bit further on. Alright. Let's get schmoving then. No reason to keep fumbling about here. Not only we can talk to those guys in the back. Yeah.
Look, a policeman.
Perhaps he hurried here to collect a few testimonies. Let's see what he has to say. Okie dokie. Anybody else around though? Anybody else we can talk to first? No? Any coins we can grab? Boing! There's one. Is there one up here? That there is! Is there one over here? No, they would never put it in the same place symmetrical. Could have sworn there was one here, but I guess no. Oh, wait. There it is. Alright. Hey, you.
Well, they said this hoodoo Miracle Man was supposed to be around here, but I don't see him anywhere. Do you?
I'm afraid that the masked gentleman has long since fled the scene of the crime, Constable.
I knew I shouldn't have finished my sprouts. Full belly, empty cell. Us Dory and police are on the beat 24/7, but the gentleman is still miles ahead of us. He's some kind of supervillain. And we even had to cordon off the gallery now, thanks to all of his funny business. It's nowhere sacred.
You're talking about the case of the living paintings, right?
Living paintings? Wasn't aware of such a case.
Sorry, Professor, I forgot to mention that. I heard about it while I was off investigating on my own.
It was a right shock, I can tell ya. How would you feel if you saw a painting pop out of its frame and start wandering around? We seized a lot of them as evidence. Even if you could get them now, it wouldn't be anything to see.
Well, I think that's a fairly good reason to close the gallery off.
I just feel sorry for all those tourists. The gallery's usually at the top of their list of things to see.
An art gallery located in the heart of the desert. It's a dream destination for tourists.
It's rather easy to forget that outside this city lies nothing but arid sand.
Yeah, tell me about it. Don't see who'd go out of their way to cause trouble here, of all the places in the world to pick.
Indeed. So now we know that at least 2 incidents are linked to this masked man, and supposedly to the mask.
Yeah, we need more information, Professor. Let's go press on to the Lador's house. I think we might need a turn right here.
Ebe. No, it's not too soon. It's been like 8 months. I'd say it's more than enough time has passed. Oh, hi.
Sticking up posters for the fair. With a bit of tape here and a bit of glue there. Sticking up, away we go.
Excuse me?
Bringing them posters around the clock, wall by wall, block by... Yay! Is this what they call a stick-up?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you.
Ah, you had that situation with the balloons earlier. It's good to see you safe and sound. I don't think you understand, Perry. It'll always be too soon. Fair enough.
Oh, the darlings at the plaza. How are you? I'm just putting up these posters for the ringmaster and... oh dear. I must have gotten such a fright that I mixed up the posters. How can I tell which is which now? It never rains, but it pours. I'm afraid this is your fault, so you have to help me out again.
Wow, okay. I was gonna help you anyway, but wow, okay. Bungle's banners. Bungle is cheerily putting up posters in the plaza one evening when all of a sudden, it's a terrible fright and bungles up which poster is which. You help him find the poster that matches the one to the pole on the top of the screen. Touch the poster to have a closer look and rotate the pole by sliding the hand left and right. Okay. Well, let's start here then. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, ah. Okay, let's start with that. It won't stop spinning! Stop! Okay, there we go. Alright, so we got 3 balloons. Oh, that's a different leg. That's a different leg. It's not A. Wait, was it? Wait, hold on. Yeah, no, that was a different leg. Okay. Alright. Ah, jeez. Best of luck, Hana, of course. I can only hope the best for you, but, you know, with your situation, it's like, yeah. What else am I seeing here? Oh, it's a different hat. Okay, so it's got to be B then, because A has, like, a different tail, and B, there's, like, a different hat on the guy playing the horn.
Set him up and knock him down.
Boom! There we go.
Piece of cake.
That's how you do it. The correct answer is B. And A, the tail of the large clown balloon is different. And C, the trumpeter's hat is a different shape. But with differences that small, would anyone really give a shit?
Fabulous, fabulous! After seeing how you solved that case with such finesse, I'm inspired to do my best work now.
Do stop by a circus when you get the chance. You've got wild beasts jumping through flaming hoops.
Flaming hoops? That sounds like my idea of fun.
Now forget the masked gentleman and his silly miracles. The Stellar Circus is still the most spectacular show in town. We can't exactly turn people to stone, but we really are worth seeing. Oh, please say you'll visit.
It sounds like a lot of fun. I want to go. I do too, Luke, but the investigation takes priority. We can do all these things later, alright? Alright.
Alright. Let's get out of here. To the... Oh. Hello.
After we pass through this alley, we should be able to see the Lador estate. Well, what are we waiting for? Come on, slow coaches.
Whoop. But there are people here to talk to. Not any of these people, unfortunately. Can't really... There's just so many people that just... No talkie. Boing. Whoever designed this toy car was no amateur. It's beautifully handcrafted.
Yeah, toy cars are alright, but I much prefer cuddly toys. It wouldn't be very nice to curl up with a car. I do like car puzzles, though. Do you know any, Professor? Hold on, Luke. I've got a puzzle I've been itching to give you.
Whoop. Yeah. Oh, I think I remember this one. I think I remember this one. The photograph shown was taken while a group of friends were driving Dodgems. The person who took the photo was driving a white Dodgem, and she was facing forwards. Where was she sitting when she took the photo? Also, I guess they're called Dodgems in Europe. They're called bumper cars over here. If I remember correctly, you see like the red, green, the yellow all right here, so that means the photo is being taken by that one.
Let's see if this is right.
Got him! Nice.
Take that, puzzle.
There's a Dodgem circled above. Not a bad photo, eh? Now decide where it goes on the mantelpiece. Puzzle's fucking easy. Give me a challenge.
Well done. You just bumped up my opinion of you. It was easy. The professor's #1 apprentice never dodges a challenge.
Oh, I'm glad to have such driven companions on this investigation. Boo. Hey, you.
Step right up, step right up. Our toys are cheap and our smiles are free. How can John Paul be of service to you?
He's called John Paul in this version. He's called Gus in the American version.
Cool, look at all the toys. Let's have a look. Oh, there are a fair few, aren't there? How'd you like the Triceratops? It's nice, but I prefer the little bear. Oh, that's right. You have an eye for cute things. Well then, what about the robot? Excuse me, sir?
My eyes have been dazzled by the splendor of your light.
Is something the matter? Should we call an ambulance?
Splendid creature, you are a radiant goddess sent to walk upon this earth.
Why are your arms built like drumsticks? Also, his fucking his nose. Jeez.
I'm sorry?
Oh, Venus, oh, Aphrodite, allow me to present you with this humble robot puzzle.
This robot comes in 4 parts: head, body, arms, and legs. To put the parts together, all you need to do is put each part into one of the 4 yellow boxes. Then flip the switch. The only problem is you're not sure which order they'll be assembled in or which way up they'll be. Can you put the robot back together correctly? You can rotate the parts as well as move them. When all the parts are in place, touch submit. That's not a nose, it's a beak. That's fair. Well, let's see what the order's like first. Boing. Okay. Okay. So the body was second. Okay, so second is first. So we need to put the legs there. And it looks like it was the same way it was put in there, so we're fine with that. I believe also the legs were like upside down. Perhaps like this then. Oop, okay, so maybe rotate the pieces a bit more actually. Looks like it was a bit off, like this, maybe? If I remember correctly, it's like that. Yeah. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Yep, okay, that works.
This is how it's done.
And there we have it.
All in a day's work.
Toy robot is fully assembled and ready to be played with. Okie doke. We've done it.
Exquisite beyond compare, beauty and brains in equal measure, so befitting of an angel in human guise. You shall not spend a single penny here. Oblige your unworthy servant by taking this robot for free. And let me tell you, this brave little toy embodies the very spirit of adventure. Please, take it as a token of my most fervent affection.
What, really? Are you sure, sir? Well, if you insist.
And we got the toy robot minigame. Not that I'm really gonna bother. Maybe off stream, but not on stream. I'm already worried enough that the stream is gonna collapse at any moment.
Ah, your celestial duties beckon. I can see it in your eyes.
Yes, I'm afraid we're in a hurry today, so we don't have time to stop and chat.
I understand. Well, whenever you pass by these parts, be sure to give me a call, for I am a prisoner of your love.
Oh, okay, we're going.
That's so strange. We only went down one street as if we're in another city. This is the residential area. Lador Estate is just around the corner. It's really dark. Even darker than Miss Thallery is at night.
No doubt the city's residents enjoy a dimly lit environment in contrast to the glare and bustle of the city center.
In town, it seemed as if the night was just beginning. I wonder when all these people actually sleep. You're good at puzzles, Luke. Take a guess.
Oi, who are you lot? Another bunch of gawpers heading up for a butcher's at the Lador's place, I'll bet.
In fact, no. We received a personal letter of invitation. I'd much appreciate it if you could let us pass.
Not so fast, Sonny Jim. If you ain't just going for a look, that's even more suspicious. How am I to know you ain't that miracle mincemeat fella? They could just let you waltz in unannounced. Not on your Nelly, mate.
Oh, this this motherfucker with his crescent moon face.
Now, what's the matter here? I would hazard to say you're on the verge of an altercation. Before we get into a terrible scuffle, might I suggest a more refined way of settling the matter at hand?
Behold the exquisite method I propose. Many great minds have toiled, but only I have ever devised a solution so placatory.
That's all possessing a man. Yeah. These designs be hitting different in 3D. Yeah. Like, honestly, I do think, on the whole, I think that when it comes to the transition from 2D to 3D, Layton did pretty alright, but it's still weird. It's still really weird witnessing it in real time.
Go on then.
What is it that you have in mind?
It's quite simple, really. Hidden under one of these fine silver tumblers is a ball. All you need to do is point to the correct one.
Whoop. It's one on the left. Oh, never mind.
Okay, and now to reveal where our ball has been hiding.
Boop. Intriguing, but this isn't exactly my cup of tea. I much prefer games that require a quick mind rather than a quick eye.
Don't worry, Professor. Let me handle this one.
What's the point in playing if I'm only up against some sprog?
Sprog.
Settle down, my good man. Any opponent is worthy opponent in a battle of wits. Now let us begin. Keep your eyes on the tumbler and on my most refined and dexterous movements.
Solve the puzzle.
Select the thing. Yeah, that's how you do it. Okay. It's do. Where is it hiding? Trying to be distracted by my dexterous digits.
Right then, I know which one I'm choosing. Your turn, Runt.
This one? It's this one. Ah! Excuse me? What? I was sure that was the right one.
Ha! Going to bump like a little baby, are ya?
Ah, what a dreadful shame. Still, isn't it better to walk away empty-handed than with nothing? Wait, we're not finished yet. I'm up next.
So the lady wants to go too? Right you are, love.
If you're all done with the condescension, can we move on to the part where I beat you? Haha, let's get to it then, shall we? I'm gonna have to take your eyes off my flawless arts.
I hate the moon-looking motherfucker's smug smile. God, and I've already lost track of it. Pick a cup, any cup. It's only natural to be mesmerized by my beautifully slender hands.
Me first. Yeah, it's that one.
Are you positive about that? I've honed my concentration to pinpoint precision, you know.
Well, if we can't both select the same one, then
That's the one. I'm absolutely sure.
oh, well. I lost track on that one anyway, so.
What? Oh, come on. This game is rigged.
You having a laugh? You're gonna be a proper sore loser to try and pin the blame on someone else. Feeling generous today, though, so Mr. Fancy Pants can have a go too if he wants.
Well, yes, I think I will. Now that I've seen through your little trick, I have no reason to object.
I'm sorry, trick, but I am but a helpful passerby facilitating a peaceful agreement between two parties.
Back it in, facilitate a bloke. Let's just show him how it's done.
Just call him a fucking knock.
As you wish. Now, watch carefully.
Whoop. All right.
Whoop. Now, where could it be? I know it's hard to drag your gaze away from my elegant fingers.
Are you done? And I'm gonna say...
One moment. If it's all the same to you, I'd like to be the first to choose. Well, the trick to this actually, he says to not be distracted by his hands, but his fingers always pointing to the one. So, in conclusion, it was half rigged.
This one.
But in conclusion, oh, also his chin is even bigger in the 2D portrait. That's real nice. Yep, there it is.
Perhaps you'll kindly allow us to pass now.
This wasn't the plan, Narcisse.
Do not even speak to me. My beautiful game ruined. Losers should neither be seen nor heard. Out of my sight!
But you... whatever. Look, I need your help anyways. I'm my own man.
Laughable man. You, however, gave an admirable performance. I have to say, I'm impressed. Now it is time for me to make my dashing and graceful exit. Until next time. Whoosh.
There we go.
You did it, Professor! Were they cheating after all?
Haha, you didn't see the trick. Bragging was his undoing. You see, he always had one finger pointing towards a tumbler that contained the ball.
Ah, you're right. I knew the game was rigged. Still, I don't understand what the point of all that was. I suppose you get all sorts. Suppose you get all sorts here. I mean, in the City of Miracles.
I doubt they are truly acquaintances of Angela's. It's very odd indeed.
Maybe it was just some bizarre festival act. Let's worry about this later. I'm starving. The sooner we visit Miss Lador, the sooner we can eat.
Alright, but first things first, let's look around some. See what we can grab. In terms of coins? No. Boxes are full to bursting. Perhaps somebody's moving. Maybe, but I want some coins. There we go. There's one. Any on there? No. Oop. Several games later, I'm still barred by how he knew who Clive was, but didn't know who he was. I mean, technically, that moment has come and gone for us, but yeah. For us, yes, that is come and gone. But in terms of, like, timeline, yeah, it's like, huh, whatever. I don't need every coin. It's fine. Meh.
Well, looks as though we're finally here.
This is the first time I've seen Angela in 18 years. I'm a little nervous, truth be told. Actually, chronologically, I'm 4 to 5 games away from being bothered by it. Fair. Fair. And now, oh! I'm on a roll on this screen. Oh! Alright.
So get to the Lador Mansion. Good stuff.
Alright, let's head in then. I don't see any puzzles around unless they're expertly hiding them right now.
What a magnificent garden. And look, they even have balconies. Oh, there she is.
Is that...
Angela.
I knew he'd come. It's so wonderful to see you again, Herschel.
It's good to see you again too, Angela.
I'm very glad you came.
Of course, I came as soon as I received your letter.
I knew you wouldn't ignore our troubles, especially not with the Mask of Chaos involved. Oh, but where are my manners? Allow me to show you inside.
Bloop. Okay. Let's head in. Well, I could have clicked for more coins, I guess.
Well, Professor Layton, I'm disappointed in you. The Herschel I know would never neglect to introduce his friends.
Oh, of course. My apologies. This is...
Emmy Altava, the professor's assistant.
And I'm his apprentice, Luke. It's very nice to meet you, Mrs. Lador.
The pleasure is all mine. Please, call me Angela. My husband Henry isn't here just now. He has meetings until late.
Ah, Henry. How is he? I can hardly believe the two of you are married now. Extraordinary how time flies.
It passes in the blink of an eye, but it still feels like an eternity.
Angela, I'm sorry to broach the topic so soon, but I'm anxious to discuss your letter. Could you tell me more about the unusual happenings in this city?
It all started about a month ago. That was when the masked gentleman first appeared. Since then, we've had people turning into horses, people stepping out of paintings. It's absolute chaos.
We were present earlier this evening when we had a similar event took place. Several people apparently turned to stone.
Another of his dreadful acts? He calls them miracles, you know. Well, whatever we saw tonight, it certainly was extraordinary, I'll give him that. I was petrified when all those people turned to stone. Oh, wait, no, I don't mean...
Yes, Luke, we know, don't worry.
Everyone says he's unleashing the power of the Mask of Chaos to destroy our city. The city is packed full of tourists and travelers, and we still haven't been able to identify all the victims. Even Henry is afraid of what horrible nightmare might occur next. He fears for his own safety and the city's future.
Very dire, very dire. Boop. A mysterious character calling himself the Masked Gentleman is parading around town performing even more dramatic and miraculous feats. He must have some agenda, but it's not clear what he wishes to achieve. The Masked Gentleman appeared around a month ago and started staging his unsettling miracles. What is he after? Just a moment, Angela. How is it possible that this Masked Gentleman could possess the Mask of Chaos? I was sure the mask was lost forever. I saw it, along with...
Wait a second, Professor, you've actually seen the Mask of Chaos?
Yes, a friend of mine, my best friend in fact, discovered it back in our school days.
What? You never mentioned this before.
If we gave Layton a mask, would he be the Masked Gentleman? Technically, yes.
So, you haven't told them about the mask? About Randall?
I haven't.
Randall? He was your friend? The one who found the mask?
Yes, Randall Ascot. He discovered it. And it was my fault that he...
After the accident, Henry led several search parties down into the ruins. He never found Randall, but he did find the ancient treasure hidden down there. And the mask.
He found it?
Yes, everything that Randall sought. Henry brought the mask back here. He said that he had stumbled upon it in one of the passages.
If he found the mask, then what of Randall? Surely they would have been together.
No, Herschel, I'm sorry. Henry has never stopped searching, though. He refuses to accept Randall's death. Apart from his work, it's really the only thing he thinks about. I can't say that I blame him. I want to believe it too, that Randall isn't really gone.
Isn't that pendant...
Oh, you remember this? It's aged quite a bit now, much as we have.
Angela,
Herschel, I've wanted to apologize for our last conversation for so very long. I'm so sorry I didn't contact you sooner. I knew it wasn't your fault. I just couldn't bear losing him. I want to say it was because I was young, but that's no excuse. I think I just needed someone to blame. I'm sorry. Randall was your best friend. You were in just as much pain as I was.
I never held it against you, Angela. You had every right to blame me. I wasn't able to save him. It haunts me to this day.
I'm so sorry, Herschel. Henry insisted we keep the mask here to remind us of Randall, and I have my pendant.
You kept it here? Then how did the masked gentleman come by it?
It was stolen from us 1 month ago.
At the very time the masked gentleman first appeared?
More or less, yes. Once we catch this villain, I want the mask back. For Randall.
I promise we'll do all we can. Could you show me where you kept the mask?
Oh, well, we kept it in Henry's study, but he isn't here.
Angela, I understand. A gentleman's study is his private domain. I shouldn't wish to enter without Henry present. In any case, it's rather late. I was hoping to look over the scene of tonight's incident once more before we retire. Shall we call on you both tomorrow?
Yes, that sounds like the best idea. I booked a couple of rooms for you at the Camel's Hump Hotel. It's a little bit of a walk, but I think you'll find it quite to your liking.
Much appreciated, Angela. Alright, well, we might as well head out. There was a lot to dump on us all at once, but are there any coins around? Anything between the cushions? That's usually where coins are. No? No? Okay. There's one in the chandelier, though. Anything in here? Ooh! Hello. I think we stumbled upon one of our elusive hidden puzzles. Oh boy. Oh, I remember this type of puzzle. I don't think I remember the solution like I did with some of the other ones, but I do remember this type. There are 3 rules. The rabbits can only move by jumping horizontally, diagonally, or vertically across other rabbits. They can jump over any number, and a white rabbit will turn brown when jumped over, and vice versa. Can you make all rabbits here turn brown following the rules given above? Perhaps. Oh, wait, nope. I guess I do remember it. There we go. Easy.
This is how it's done.
Good stuff.
All
Good
in
stuff.
a day's work.
And all it took was a few big leaps from our brave bouncing bunnies. Just goes to show what a little courage can do. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, another one down. It was certainly a most enjoyable challenge. I wouldn't call it a challenge, but it was enjoyable. It was cute. Alright, let's head out for the night.
I can't wait to get to the hotel. They could eat a horse. And I'm so tired my eyes are falling out.
We'll go very soon, Luke, I promise. There's just one more thing I'd like to check, if your stomach approves.
Oh, of course, Professor. I'll feed my hunger for information instead.
And let's revisit Celebration Boulevard. We may be able to find some new clues if it's quietened down.
The professor has spoken.
Alright, let's go. The word is law. Oh, hi. Oh, I do beg your pardon. On the contrary, I should be the one apologizing. I remembered this design with his, I don't even know what to call that hairstyle.
No, really, sir, it was I who... I beg your pardon, but are you perchance Professor Layton?
I am. You have me at a disadvantage, Mr.
Oh, how terrible of me. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mordaunt, personal assistant to Mr. Lador.
It's Mario. He does have Mario energy.
How do you know about the professor? Miss Lador told us some days ago to expect your arrival. When I saw you just now, I merely wondered.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Mordaunt. Please allow me to introduce my companions, Emmy Altava and Luke Triton.
I do not wish to be presumptuous, but I take it that you are leaving.
Again, you are correct, Mr. Mordaunt. We're retiring for the night. I gather Henry won't be home for some time.
I see. Yes, Mr. Lador rushed off to his feet with all the chaos. It's a miracle he can even run on so little sleep. Excuse the pun. I shall inform Mr. Lador that you were here. Please forgive him for being unable to welcome you himself.
Well, I believe I should be taking my leave. Do be careful. The streets near here are in terrible shambles. Likewise, Mr. Mordaunt.
Mr. Lador must be a very busy man to need an assistant. Almost as busy as you, Professor.
This place may be called the City of Miracles, but I'm quite sure most of its prosperity is born of hard work. Let's head back to Celebration Boulevard. Perhaps our work on the case will relieve Henry's burden. I've been meaning to say this sooner, and I kind of felt the same thing with Last Spectre, but man, it's weird playing the European version now, because the North American type version that I played before, like, almost all the NPC names are different. Those footsteps, why, I would recognize those firm, resolute sound anywhere. I need not see to identify a gentleman. I am hidden very sneakily behind the facade before you. Find me! Show me a zoom to be proud of. Okie dokie. Where's he at? Oh, I saw the blue. Where is it? I think I saw the blue, or maybe that's just my eyes playing tricks on me. Whoop. Oh, hi. Oh, I am uncovered. I am undone. Like a tea cozy over my heart, it warms me to see you grow. Do you have anything else to talk to us about? Oh, bravo! It takes great skill and art to detect a hidden man with such ease. Hurrah! Was there something you wanted from us? You are right. There was something I would very much like to tell you about. It comes from the fruitful grapevine. Now focus your little magnifying glass on the metal box and examine it closely. Okay. That's not a box, I just wanted to get that coin. Whoop. Ah, yes, the collection. Once again. This, my friends, is a collection item, and one that will serve you so fashionably well. Throughout the city you may find scrap and treasure, rubbish and rarities, rubble and ransom, but whatever these things may be, it is you, my friends, who have the power to transform them into a collection. Soon your hoard will grow until it is grand enough to impress even the most seasoned collectors. Such items are scattered near and far, hither and thither, so do not miss a trick. I see. I must admit hunting for artifacts is rather a hobby of mine. Words spoken from the heart, good sir. Please, let me reward you. Remember where our destinies cross at Celebration Boulevard? Check the wooden box there again. I think it is time to take my leave, no? Enjoy your salubrious collection selection, my friends. He's so fun. And goodbye!
Do you think that man will ever stop shooting off after he's done talking?
The collection box has been added to its trunk. Goody goody. I think it still doesn't really have a purpose, though, besides just for discovery's sake. The collection box has been added to its trunk. Use this box to store all the rare and fascinating items you come across in your travels. Well, that gives us one more thing to do on our travels. For now, we should continue back to Celebration Boulevard. Let's. Whoop. All right. Oh, hey, do you have a new puzzle for me? No? Okay. Just wanted to check.
Why must that masked gentleman keep popping up all over the place? I leap every time I see a leaf.
Damn, sorry to hear that, buddy. LOL. Oh, hello. You look able to talk to. Like we can discuss. Words fail me.
Hello, here for the show, are you? I do a performance in the marquee just there. Got my name on the side and everything. I've had to cancel it today, though. Half our props got ruined in the panic. Proper wreck they were.
It's incredibly unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear it.
I took a gander at the people who turned to stone myself, but it got me wondering, what's the bloomin' point? You think he's got something against the circus? Or maybe he just hates fun? That's an horrible thought. There's no use getting down in the dumps when we got smiles to put on faces, you know? Here, why don't you just try a puzzle? Now go on, it'll make you dead happy.
Okay. After finishing work for the day and changing back into our normal clothes, the members of a circus troupe gather in the big tent to celebrate another successful performance. It's a bit nippy in there at night, so they're warming up with a few rounds of hot chocolate. It's hard to tell just by looking at the silhouettes, but there's at least one member of the troupe missing. Who is in the tent? Select each person who is present. Well, judging by silhouettes, I can see you and you immediately. If we are to judge by the silhouette next to the guy with the big old pompadour, you can see the same hair right there. Really wish it would let me doodle over the other screen. Like, bring that doodle down there so I can, like, but whatever, it's fine. You get where I'm coming from. Oh, if I remember this one correctly, actually, this guy's sleeping down there. That's like the lump shape on the floor. That hair's a bit too puffy on the right. That's a bit too puffy to be this guy. Same there. The one on the left might be her though. So I guess that means the one missing is this guy with his goatee. Right?
I believe I have this one.
Tell me I'm remembering right. Yep, I did. Good stuff.
An excellent puzzle.
Excellent. Correct. All members aside from the chap second from the right are present and accounted for. Let's hope they don't stay up too late. They've got another busy day ahead of them. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Hurrah! You got it right! Oh, well done! You're a proper clever lot, aren't you? Ever since the truth got here, these mental miracles have kept happening. It's driving me a bit batty. I just hope the police don't go calling it magic, because, let's be honest, it's not. Magic tricks aren't something you do to hurt people. They're meant to entertain. Absolutely. And the sooner they catch that gentleman bloke, the better, I say. Maybe then we can all enjoy a bit of R&R, eh?
Yeah, please. I mean, we didn't really come here for a vacation. We came here to, investigate all this, but,
You know, getting some vacation in there would be nice. Well, the panic seems to have died down now.
the petrified victims have all been removed, but I hope we may find other clues. Well, first things first. Hey. Knobbly cane. There we go. Hey, you. Oh, you three! For the love of... Stop!
Oh, sorry.
Phew, that was a close shave. I thought we were about to lose our one precious lead for this case. You mean you found something? Oh, yes. See them horse tracks? Yesterday, about 3 of them, galloping away from the carnival. I reckon they were left by our culprits. Otherwise, why would they be so clear among these thousands of footprints? What's more, they're going the very same direction that our mystery man left it. Very suspicious, if you ask me. Yes. Have you thought of asking some witnesses, though? Yeah, of course we have. We're the police, and we'll just grill these witnesses good and proper, just as soon as we've found some. It's difficult, you know, with Montador being a tourist city. Half our witnesses will probably be on the first train home. We've seized all the statues in the area, but as for the identity of that man, we haven't got the first idea. God damn it, what? What's wrong, Hana? Is it just this guy being a dumbass, or is it something else?
I realized most of the people here were tourists when I was asking around. No one seems to know the doors.
Nah, only the residents know about Mr. and Mrs. Lador, about anything, really. I hear there's a boutique owner who knows everything that goes on in town, though. Now, what's the place called again?
Thought I was done with the Cube Escape stuff after White. There's another one. Was it not in the bundle or something? That's weird. Either way, hope that doesn't take too long.
Yeah, sorry, it's completely slipped my mind, but it's somewhere in the shopping district, that's for sure. Head to the Gallery Plaza and take a left. You might just have to try shops one by one.
Thank you. We'll have a look around for this boutique you mentioned. That's an updated remake of the first. Ah, okay.
Wasn't today's carnival the most wonder-fabulous thing ever? People turning the Staglaminium and everything. The masked Dandelman is amazable.
I'm afraid what you're referring to was no show.
Another show? That's imposterous. How did he turn people into stone then? Fizzle me this. I don't know. His performance wouldn't be as impressive if we could explain it, would it? I suppose so. Actually, I saw a looky spooky stranger loitering about. Do you think it was him? His face was hidden under a mischievous mask. This puzzles mischievous too.
Okay, so not only is her name different, her entire fucking dialogue was different there. God. Because her name is Madeline in the regular version, and I don't remember any of those lines. God. Either way, I still need to play it. Okay. Well, best of luck with all that then. All right. Colorful flags have been strung up all over town for the carnival. There are only 7 different designs of flag, which are displayed in a variety of combinations. One such combination is shown in the top right. How many times this pattern featured in the strings of the flag shown above? Look carefully and write down the number. Okay, so we're looking for green, white, purple plaid, and blue and yellow. Okay, so it's only got 8 achievements, so probably not too long. Okay, fair enough. Oh, there's one in the back. There's one in the back. I'll play those games eventually. At some point. Just along my plate. Oh, there's another one. I don't see any others, though. I've been struggling trying to look for more. Maybe it is just two. If I remember correctly, it really wasn't much, so...
How about this?
Boom! Got him.
Puzzles are made to be solved.
The pattern appears twice in total. Once you look at the front from the front, and once when you look from the back. Yep. One of colors is now in your index.
What the fabulous gentleman who could do that is bound to catch a criminal thread-handed. But all I know about the culprit was that he hid his face behind an amazingly mischievous mask. That's not much to go on. It all happened in the middle of a parade.
Very true. Many of the attendees and performers were wearing masks.
Oh, don't be such a spoiled snail. You gotta think positive. There's a costume boutique in the shopping district. Maybe the masked gentleman brought his outfit there. I even finish up your case in one foul scoop.
Thank you. I'll be sure to investigate. Any person who can identify 2 sets of flags can figure out how these people turn into stone. Yes, just the same as, I was gonna make a joke about Last Spectre, but I can't remember any of the puzzles.
We can take a left to reach the shopping district.
Alright, let's go. Oh, I remember this guy vividly. Fucking Niles, I think his name was. Nils! Damn it, I was close!
Hey, you hear about the parade getting hit? Real shame. Too bad the police couldn't stop the bloke. Always a step behind, you know. But the costume shop lady knows more than the entire force combined.
Might I ask where this costume shop is?
Yeah, right there. Got plenty of carnival stuff for hire. Why? You changed your costume?
Something like that. Many thanks for your assistance,
Sure. No need to be so formal. Name's Nils. Seriously, people still act like that nowadays?
I'm sorry. Also, yeah, I just find it funny that I was off by 1 letter. Is Nils a name? I mean, I guess it is, probably.
That must be the boutique the policeman mentioned earlier.
What a vivid selection they have. Well, let's go inside. Alright, let's look around. It's free to play. It wasn't in the Bumble. It wasn't in the bundle, so you can get it. Okay. Oh, is this a coin? Where's another one? Is that a coin? Nope, those are trees. Boing! There's a coin. Got so many people around, and I'm glad they have them just to populate the streets and whatnot, because you know it's like a tourist site. You want it to look populated, but still, I want to talk to them. It's an impressive array of brightly colored clothes. Is this the place? Nope. Okay. Oh, we can just go on the map. Okay, I don't need to keep clicking around, but I want to. Is that a damn 4 in 1 room? Huh? Or one screen. All right, let's head in. All right. Oh, I remember you vividly as well. Hi.
Hello there. Come in, come in.
Good evening, madam. May I ask if you're the owner of this establishment?
Shush, not a word more. I know exactly what you're looking for. Hold on, I have just the thing. And there, a dashing harlequin outfit for a fine gentleman.
Well, Douglas been playing balloons for like the past 7 hours, and I'm concerned. I mean, I've sunk a good bit of time into that with the multiplayer with my boyfriend, so can't blame him. Actually, we were hoping you could give us some information on the masked gentleman. I've also seen Kiki playing it at certain points, so the people just like balloons, I guess. It's timeless.
Oh, so you're that kind of customer. Why didn't you say so? All right, if you solve this puzzle, I'll tell you what I know.
Also, I thought Ladog was playing Yakuza 0 earlier, which, surprised his computer can run that. Alright, the long wait.
The Delicatessen is quite the fashionable place to shop for groceries this season. You can always look through the shop window and see the queue of people waiting at the till. The window is largely covered in posters, but can you count how many people are in the queue today? Well, I sure can count the shoes, but... Okay, let's see. There's 1 pair, 2 pairs, 3 pairs, 4 pairs, 5 pairs, 6 pairs. Wait. Okay, let me... It's hard to see it when they put, like, the glass filter over the... Ah! Why do they do that? Ah! But I think there is, like, another pair of feet, like, right here. I can see, like, a foot on the top screen. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... But, oh, wait. I remember the trick to this one. I remember the trick. There's also this head right here, which does not connect to a thing down below. It's because a kid is riding piggyback on one of the adults, which means in total, there are 8. Got him.
I believe I have this one.
Nice.
An excellent puzzle.
There are 8 people in the queue, including the little girl being given the piggyback. Nice. Choice. Good stuff. Aren't we a clever clogs? Okay. All right. What do you want to know? What do you want to know about the Masked Gentleman? What do you know about the Masked Gentleman? Not a great deal, actually. Turned up about a month ago. No one knows from where. Started whipping up a storm in town, turning tourists into horses and such. He's obviously seeking attention. How he performs these tricks? Well, nobody knows. Some say it's magic. And that's all I know. But if you're doing an investigation, I have something that may sharpen your reasoning skills. Who knows, it might even help your fashion sense, young man. What is it? It's called the One Stop Shop, just a little puzzle game I made on a quiet day. It's easy once you get the hang of it, just have a play around. You might learn something about shopkeeping. Wow, this looks like a lot of fun. Thank you very much. I can't wait to never touch it. No, I've played this before, hence why I've said things are kind of familiar to me. I've been largely playing through I've largely just been replaying the whole series on stream just because, like, fond memories and, you know, I just like playing, I just like streaming stuff. I don't know. But yes, I've played a lot of them before. I've played every mainline Layton game. Not the one on iOS. I think Mystery Room or whatever it is. Haven't played that one, but I've played all 7 core main games and the crossover, which I tried streaming earlier this week, but it wasn't working out. Yeah, it's a very good series. I love coming back to it every now and then. Give it a try. There are all sorts of things to sell. If you manage to sell every item in every aisle, come back and see me. I'll have a little something specially prepared for you. Don't forget. Okay, I'll come and visit when I finish them all. All right, well, let's move. All right. Well, it seems we've gathered all the information we can. Let's head to the hotel. I believe all we have to do is keep going up the street, and it's just around the corner. All right, let's move out. Oh, another clown. Io's history is carved on here for all of eternity, but I want to read it. I mean, we kind of know the general gist, I suppose, but still. Anything around? The arcade's looking pretty lively. Yeah, I want to go over there too. Well, we'll end up doing that later. Boing. Okay. All right. Hey, buddy. Ah, look, Professor, a clown!
Let me guess. First time here in Montador, right? Hello, I'm Juggles, your friendly neighborhood clown. And you are? Herschel Layton. I teach archaeology at Gretchen-Heller University.
And he's a famous puzzle solver, too.
Oh, that's just lovely. That hat looks superb on you, I must say. Speaking of hats, I'm sure I have a puzzle stash somewhere in mine. Aha! Here you go, my gift to you.
All right. Let's see what you got here. Why is it speaking of hats? I don't see any hats.
Oh no, Yucks is supposed to be on in a few minutes, but he's just tripped and now has juggling equipment all over the floor. Everything should be in pairs with 2 identically shaped and colored items, but there's one object here whose twin seems to have gone missing. Says identically colored and shaped, right? Yep, okay. Well, right off the bat, that, bep, bep. 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 Oh wait, I forgot this one too, didn't I? Bep. Oh wait, I remember this one. This is one of the trick question ones. It's the box, right? I remember that one. I was like, hey, wait a minute. I crossed all of them out. Did I? But no, I remember.
That was a challenge, to be sure.
They love pulling fast ones on me. The box Yuckles is holding is part of his juggling act too. Where could its twin have gone to? Wow, smashing! Your young friend wasn't joking, was he? Hey, it's a bit of local knowledge for you. See that big stone slab? That's our famous monument. The whole history of Montador is written on it. Fab spot for photos too. Ah yes, it's mentioned in the guidebook. It says it commemorates the city's founding. That's the one, and there are plenty more tourist sites on offer here. Speaking of which, did you enjoy the parade? Yes, we did. We had quite an exhausting time, in fact. We're about to retire to bed. Well, if you're looking for hotels, look no more, because it's the Camel's Hump Brilliant service. Just head down this road on the left here, and it'll be on your right. You'll be there in no time. Not too far from there either. Oh, by we, I mean the Stellar Circus. We're a traveling troupe, you see. Hop on over and see us if you get the chance. We're not moving anytime soon. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Whoop. Alright, let's head to the hotel.
Now just look at this place. Well, Professor, it looks like Mr. Dor is putting us up in style.
I don't think I've ever stayed in quite such exotic accommodation before.
I suppose a city that lives on tourism must have its fair share of fancy hotels. I can smell the roast lamb from out here. Oh, let's go in, Professor.
Alright then, let's, what's going on here? Oh, I remember you. You have a certain something that we need to find.
Yeah, alright, I've had up to here. I don't know why I wasted my time over you. Good for nothing balls of fluff.
Oh, look how cute these bunnies are.
Cute? You find these sniveling little furballs cute? Ha! Never seen an animal more pathetic than these two. I'm a mind to cast these rabbits out of the troop for good.
Cast them out? Why would you do that?
It's simple. If these old rabbits can't learn new tricks, they're no good in my circus. Not a waste of time and resources.
But that's horrid. I know. What if I took one in and taught him some tricks for you?
You? A mere child thinks he can train one of these stagnant, hopeless beasts, where I, the ringmaster, have failed?
I'm not a mere child. I can understand what they're saying. They say I don't want to leave all their friends in the circus. They say they'll work very hard from now on. They say they're sorry. Don't they? Yes, they do. Please give them another chance.
Well, the rabbit show is a circus favorite. It can still be salvaged. Fine, take one of these floppy critters and get to Master Germanic Arts. If you can manage that, they can both stay. You got 1 week. If it's acting as wishy-washy or it starts nibbling on the set mid-show, they're both out, out, out! Got it?
Yes, sir. Don't worry. I'll train your rabbit to become a splendid actor.
Oh boy, which one are we taking? We got the floppy ear one, or the... They just stick right up. I think I'm gonna go floppy. I like the floppy one. What is the name? Look at he. I was gonna name it Floppy Boy, but honestly, Floppy is good too. Floppy's good. That's a silly little name. Alright. Look at it. It's so cute. You received an adorable rabbit from the ringmaster of the Stellar Circus. The rabbit show mini game has been added to the trunk. Befriend your rabbit and teach it some new tricks to perform in the rabbit show. Floppy boy.
I see you've gone for the white one.
Yeah, I'm naming him Floppy.
Well then, it's all yours. If he's really got what it takes, we'll gladly take it back into the circus. And the other one too.
A sweet little fellow, isn't he? Just remember to bring him back to the circus once you've trained him up.
Of course! I'm gonna turn Floppy into a great actor!
Damn, the text box, the name didn't say Floppy though.
What's wrong, Floppy?
Is Floppy trying to tell us something?
Snuff.
Floppy says he won't let us down. Well, don't worry, you fuzzy head. We'll get you back in the circus.
Damn, a late minion where you get all the minions within the first hour. Yeah, it's honestly like... Honestly, in my opinion, with one pretty big exception, which we'll get to. You'll know when we get to it. But with one exception, I think this game is very well paced.
Let's inquire at the front desk. With any luck, they're already expecting us.
Oh, but there's a lot of people here. I wanna talk.
I'm Yuming. Lovely to meet you. I just wanted to share with someone how pleased I am with this hotel. Isn't it marvelous? The service is great and it's a stone's throw from the high street and all its shops. The only qualm I have with it is the name. I mean, come on, the Camel's Humps Hotel? It's not very appealing, is it?
Yeah, the way I remember it was called the Dromedary.
Actually, miss, I'm rather fond of the name.
Really? Well, to each their own. Though I have heard this establishment has nothing on Montador's top hotel.
I'm still off of Mystery Journey getting these minions like halfway through, like, come on, there's still more. Yeah.
You should definitely take the time to see it while you're here.
We may do just that if we have time.
Boing! Oh, well, isn't this familiar?
That shack looks awfully familiar.
Yep.
Yes, I know what you mean. Ah, so it wasn't just deja vu. This is going to bother me all day now.
It looks rather out of place in this hotel. I wonder if it's a feature. Well, I suppose we'll know in due time. Whoop.
Coin.
That looks like a place for a puzzle, honestly, but coin, I guess. Hi.
You're welcome, welcome. Do you have a reservation? Yes, I believe so. Is there anything reserved for one Herschel Layton?
Ah, yes, Mr. Lador informed us of your arrival. We would like to welcome you as our special guests. One moment, please, while I find your keys.
You suppose this place is owned by the Ladors?
It's quite likely. Everything in this hotel is in its own neat little place. That's very like Henry.
Professor, how well do you know Mr. Lador? What's he like?
I remember him as a thoughtful boy, very quiet and hardworking. I never really talked to him, though. We both lived in the same village, but he was just a friend of a friend. I never got to know him very well.
But you knew Angela quite well, didn't you, Professor?
I'm so sorry to keep you waiting. If you could just sign here and here. Perfect, I have a couple of lovely rooms for you. Here are your keys, and here is your complimentary puzzle.
Oh, what excellent service.
Alrighty, let's... Oh, wait, no, I remember this one. Oh, God. Two porters have to carry 6 pieces of luggage of unknown weight. Each piece weighs a different amount and they are labeled in order of weight from A to F, with A being the lightest and F the heaviest. Each piece weighs up to 10 kilograms and the total weight is 40 or less. Each porter can carry up to 20 at once, and between them, if they want to carry it all in one go, how should they divide it up between them? Pile it all up in their hands and then ring the bell. Oh boy. It does say label in order of weight from A to F, so... Maybe... Nope, okay. Wait, no, I remember. That's it, right? No. Oh. Oh. Wait. Just like this, then? We'll get it eventually. If we just keep scrambling the parts, eventually we'll get something. Wait, no, actually, it would make a lot of sense for it to be that, actually. Wait. Yeah, there we go.
I believe I have this one.
That's one of those puzzles where you can just keep shoving answers in until you get it.
Solving puzzles is truly a pleasure.
Correct. A luggage crisis has been averted. All right. Yeah.
Excellent work, sir. You're in room 502, and the young lady is upstairs in 602. Do tell me if there's anything you need.
Thank you very much indeed.
I wonder if he just dishes out the same puzzle to everyone who stays here.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. Because their names are Devin Calf.
Now this is fancy. It's on a whole different level from Miss Salary, isn't it? Also, another thing I noticed with this with the European version as opposed to the version I grew up on, they mention Miss Salary a lot. Like, if I remember correctly, in Miracle Mask in the North American version, they like hardly refer to any past events, which might have been why with this being my first Layton game, I was a bit confused by things that happened later.
This bed is so soft, I could fall asleep on it right now. We've barely arrived and I'm already exhausted. I don't know if I can keep up with this city. Come on, Luke. We've only just started our investigation. Don't tell me you're burnt out after one little miracle.
No, but what if the mask really does have magical powers, as the masked gentleman said? What do we do then?
We can't say for certain one way or the other. Let's not jump to any conclusions.
But Mr. Lador was powerful enough to build a city after finding the mask. Perhaps it also has the power to turn people to stone. Surely not. Those are two different things.
Yeah, no relation there, Luke, buddy.
But it must have some sort of power, right? Why else would someone steal it?
Perhaps, Luke, but I rather think that there is something more to this masked gentleman case. I doubt that we're even dealing with the true Mask of Chaos. After all, I saw that mask fall into a chasm years ago.
Oh, I hadn't even thought of that. I've been wanting to ask you, Professor, what was Randall like? You and Angela seem to know him very well. Yes, please tell us.
About Randall?
Absolutely. This mystery could have something to do with your past. You never know. It might be important. Please, Professor.
I suppose you may be right. Very well. It would be about 18 years ago. Randall, Angela, Henry, and I all used to live in a small place called Stansbury, just beyond the desert. It was a quiet little village, the kind where everybody knows everyone else. Randall was my best friend. He'd tell me about all his hobbies, drag me along on all of his adventures. If not for him, I wouldn't even be an archaeologist. It's true, although I study it fervently today, I had little interest in the field of archaeology back then.
What? I can't imagine you like that, Professor.
That night,
Interesting.
we just listened to the professor. It broke my heart to hear him recount how he had lost his best friend. But hidden in his story was a clue that would prove essential to solving the case of the masked gentleman.
Alright, let's see what's going on. Alright, chapter 2. And now...
First I heard of the Mask of Chaos. It must have been about 18 years ago.
We're heading back, baby.
I win again,
My boy
Herschel.
got hair!
Guess that means
A
you'll be
lot of
going
it!
with me tonight.
Randall, I told you, I'm not interested in archaeology.
Stop with the nonsense, Herschel. What happened to your sense of adventure?
You can't be serious.
Yes, I'm very serious, Herschel. I'm going to make archaeological history tonight. Do you have any idea what this could mean? It'll be the find of the century, and you're coming with me. So what do you say there, old chum? You're in, right?
Randall, I don't... Okay.
These two.
This time will be different, Herschel. You won't regret it, I swear. I've got a good feeling about this.
I've heard that one before, Randall. I don't have time to go on another one of these silly expeditions of yours.
I'm telling you, this is different, Herschel. It isn't some silly adventure. I think I might be onto something big this time.
Oh, really? Do tell.
Damn, Layton. Sassy.
Something priceless. Something indescribable. Something beyond your wildest dreams, Herschel.
All right, class. You've proven your legs work. Now please exercise your backsides and be seated.
Just meet me tonight. Soon our names will be in all the papers. You'll be the famous scholar Herschel Layton.
Alright, well, we're in class now, so guess we better get to it.
And now to you all, but seen, kindly open up your books to page 13. Today we'll be talking about Donald Rutledge and his groundbreaking work, Ancient Histories. Now, Rutledge investigated a number of noteworthy archaeological sites, looking for similarities between them. He identified the linking factor, the common denominator, the universally ubiquitous name, Azran. Years later, we've barely scratched the surface of all there is to know about the Azran civilization and their time. The discovery of the Azran was a huge breakthrough for archaeology, initiating unprecedented research in the field. We have here some incomplete records of an excavation from the Boom period. Let's see, Layton, can you help fill in the gaps?
Azran, oh, where have I heard that name before? Yep, this game does set up a lot of Azran legacy. But nah, that couldn't be anything important. Nah. Oh, a logic puzzle. Okay. A, B, C, and D each found a unique object at a different depth in the ruins. Based on the following statements, fill in the missing information about each artifact, its material, and its depth. Number 1, the doll is made of wood. 2, B dug 100 centimeters deeper than D and found something at 150 centimeters deep. An item made of blue tinge metal was found deeper than the wooden one, the pot is made of sandy clay, and the coin was found in a shallower place than the sword. A, B, C, and D, very strong British names. The doll was made of wood. Is there anything doll-shaped? No, so that's doll. Okay, it's made of wood. Okay, B dug 100 centimeters deeper and found something at 150 centimeters. Okay, that means D was at 50, which leaves that at 100. Okay. Blue tinge metal is found deeper down than the wooden one. Okay, that means this is... Yep. Okay, which leaves that there. Yep. Okay, the pot is made of sandy clay. That looks like sand. That's a pot. Okay, the coin was found in a shallower place than the sword. Okay. Easy.
Here goes.
Easy. Look at the boy. Look at
Puzzles
that.
can be
Look at
quite
that
fun.
boy. God, what a lad. Correct. A found a metal blade dug 200 centimeters underground. B dug 150 to find a wooden doll. Clay pot 100 and a stone coin 50 down. Quite a successful expedition.
Yes, quite. Good work, Layton.
Thank you, sir.
Right then, let's move on to page 14. Rutledge's most famous discovery was the ancient stone circle of Planoth. Early theories held that Planoth was a primitive holy site, but the finding of some intricate artifacts disproved that. These artifacts were the basis for a fascinating comparative study by the paleontologist Doris Pompitus. Based on a wide range of evidence from different fields, Pompitus came up with radically new ideas about the civilization. She theorized that they were scientifically advanced and had a language as evolved as our own. Furthermore, through extensive fossil analysis, she proved that Earth once had a completely different ecosystem. Now then, here was a problem related to fossils. Would anyone like to give it a shot?
Sir, let me do it. Let me.
Ascot? All right then.
All right, next. All right, this fossil was found on a riverbed. Close examination revealed tooth marks suggesting it formed with some nasty kind of ancient fish bitten into something tasty. You need to tell which one of the fish pictured in the book made these tooth marks. My unit lecture gave me puzzles every day. I would have failed out of the classes. All right, well, this one, oh yeah, this one's easy because all the other ones have like 4 teeth on their bone, but the only one with 3, hey, there we go. Easy.
Time to solve this little puzzle.
Got it.
There is no puzzle without a solution.
The answer is A. The shape of the teeth is irrelevant. Looking at the bite marks as a whole, you can see only 3 pairs of teeth made an impression. So only fish without any back teeth could have made those marks. Yep.
Well demonstrated. I see you've done your homework on this topic.
What? This is basic stuff, sir.
Next page. This will be in your test next week, so make sure you take notes. Our forefathers built many ancient edifices here in England, of which we found but the merest handful. Most of them were undoubtedly lost in the passage of history, but their legacy remains in various forms.
Sir, sir!
You have a question, Ascot? Go on then, out with it.
Sir, have you heard of the Mask of Chaos?
Are you being impudent, Ascot? Of course I've heard of it. The Mask of Chaos is a mythical treasure documented by Donald Rutledge.
What's your opinion, sir? Does it exist?
Now, I find it hard to believe that such a legendary object could lie undiscovered for so long. If I thought such things could still be found, I would not be teaching at this school, but out digging for treasure. Even if its existence could be proven, it would be quite impossible to find, and you know it. So I'd appreciate it if you'd stop wasting lesson time with irrelevant questions, Ascot.
Yeah, right. Sorry, sir.
Randall apologizing? That's a first. Since you're so keen, Ascot, you can solve the next problem too.
Oh, God. They just aren't letting up, are they? Oh, Jesus. Okay. This splendid fossil is broken into 9 pieces. It was actually restored once before, but, well, let's just say one of the researcher's assistants is a bit of a butterfingers. Used to be a 3x3 square. I think you can get it back to normal. It's quite fragile and broken enough as is. You can only move 3 pieces at a time, horizontally or vertically. Put it back together at the center of the grid. Okay. Well. Easy, easy. I remember that one like the back of my hand. If only because I spent so much time, like, messing around with it as a youngin'. So it's an ammonite fossil. You can solve this puzzle in just 4 moves. Who would have thought it was just so simple? Alright, good stuff. Oh, there's the bell. Let's get out of here.
Alright, students, that's it for today. You may tidy up your desks and go.
Wow, today's class just flew by. Old Collins may be grumpy, but his lessons are bloomin' fantastic. What got into you today, pestering him about that mask? Is this to do with your treasure hunting expedition? Oh, so you want to know now, do you? You do. Don't deny it, Hirsch.
Hey, no need to be so smug. I just wondered why you'd be daft enough to wind up old crotchety Collins.
Well, I suppose if you come over to my house later, I could tell you about it. I mean, if you really want to know, I can't really hide it from you, can I?
Randall, old chum, sometimes I think you live on a different planet.
I wish.
Oh, these two. Alright, let's head out. Actually, there might have been an extra puzzle in there, but and we're not solving everything. It's fine. Okay. Oh, is there a coin? Yep, there's a coin. Oh, hey, there's one of the dudes from the puzzle. We keep seeing that dude with the pompadour in the puzzles. He's just there, hanging out at the academy. What's the fuck you doing over there? All right. Nothing. Come on, just one more coin. Come on. No? Okay. Yeah, well, there's probably more. I just can't place them. Greetings, Dalston.
It's Bratscott and Layton. What rubbish are you two ninnies going on about today?
It's not rubbish. Even you have to see archaeology is fun, or are you too cool for fun?
What's the point in fun if it's not going to earn you any cash? I'm setting up my own hotel business, and it's going to make an even bigger fortune than my old man. But the only reason you like all that ancient history stuff is because it'll get you out of this hole, right?
I happen to like this village. Only be leaving to get a degree in archaeology, and then there's nowhere better than Gressenheller.
Good. While you're off mincing around London, I'll be building my hotel empire.
Not a problem, Dalston. I'll just use your hotel as a base of operations for my fact-finding expeditions.
Alright, let's leave. Let's get out of here. Whoosh, whoosh. Swish.
It's simple, Hirsch.
Mary! Aren't you going to need your bag for study group tonight?
Angela!
Hey, Randall! Did you get out of practice early today?
Yes, Herschel and I have some important things to do.
Everything looks great. We're done. Can you two wait a minute while I get my things?
She's as radiant as ever.
And she likes the most handsome chap in town.
Too bad for you.
Yeah, right, Layton.
Oh, Angela.
I love them.
Don't
I
you
love
take
these
that
little
from him,
nerds.
Herschel. Randall, is that any way to treat your best friend?
Well, I suppose I could be a little nicer. But Herschel needs to stop running away from his future in archaeology.
He doesn't look like he's running away. Perhaps he's just not interested.
Thank you. I think I can change that. I've got something very special to show the two of you.
Ah, not again. What is it now?
The Mask of Chaos.
Why am I not surprised? Randall, what is it about this fairy tale that has captured your imagination?
Always the skeptic. That's all right. At least I won today's fencing match, which means that tonight we do what I want to do, correct? 8 o'clock, right, Herschel? Angela, you too. To the future that awaits.
Typical Randall. He never gives up. I might be able to get some reading in before going around to his, though. Alright, let's see. Is there nobody to talk to? Man, alright. Well. Oh, I thought that would be a coin. That seemed like a obvious place for a coin. There's a coin. And another coin? Oh, damn, okay. Actually symmetrical coins for once. Okay. Neat. Is there one in this bush? Yep. Okay, that's 3. I think that's all. Alright. That Randall has got far too good at fencing lately. I'm not going to let him win the next bout. Alright. Well, we're back at the cottage, so let's go in. Whoop. Hello, Ma. I'm home.
Oh, Herschel dear, would you come over here for a second? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Of course. Is something the matter? Oh, we gotta zoom. All right, honey, you have a good night. See you around. Boop. Oh, what's in here? Ah, nothing like a good glass of fruit juice in the morning to start the day nice and refreshed. Oh yes, the label. Every bottle comes with a fruity puzzle. Here we go. What's this one say? Puzzle 18. That's juicy. The owner of a juice factory wanted to send a gift to 3 important customers. To make sure no one was offended, they were all given 18 layers of juice, but there weren't enough of each bottle size to make the shipments identical. Still, the owner was able to make up 3 shipments of 18 liters using different sets of small, medium, and large bottles. Can you work out how many liters of juice each size of bottle holds? Oh, the sizes are whole numbers, by the way. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. How many liters per bottle? Let's see. With 1, it would be like 1, 2. If it was 1 for each, it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Well, with that it would be equal. So let's keep 1 for the small one in like the back of my head. Okay, but you don't have any small ones. I mean, medium ones though. So. Medium. You have 1, 2, 3. Also 3 of that. It's 1 of that. Well, actually, wait. You have 4 medium ones, and you have 2 big ones. If they're meant to be identical amounts, and that means that that's double of what that one is. So that means the medium is like half of what the large one is. I mean, well, I mean, yeah, sentiment's the same either way. What could it be though? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 mediums. You have 3 and 1, 6. Wait. I just buy another brand. We'll just put the 1 here to be sure, just so I have that down. Wait. Could it be 3 for the medium? Because, like, it would equate to that with the A having 3 mediums. I mean, yeah, A having 3, C having 4. God, I'm jumbling on my words a lot. Which means by extension, that means the big one is 6, right?
I think this may be it.
Got him. Nice.
Looks as if I got it.
All right. That's right. The large bottle holds 6, the medium holds 3, and the small holds 1. That's a lot of juice. All right. Ma likes to buy grape juice for the recipes on the packaging. I'd probably pick orange if I had a choice, though. All right, speaking of Ma, let's talk to her.
Thank goodness you're home, Herschel. Your father's in trouble.
In trouble? What do you mean, Ma? What's happened?
It's awful. Some strange men in black suits came to the door around midday demanding to see you. Your father said they were old acquaintances of his and just went off with them, and he's been gone ever since. That was hours ago. Where on earth can he be? Oh, I knew those men looked suspicious.
Calm down, Ma. I'm sure he's fine. You want me to go out and look for him?
Oh, Herschel, would you? I'll stay here in case he comes alone.
All right then. I'll be back soon, so don't worry, okay?
Thank you, Herschel, and do be careful. If anything happens, just cry out for help as loud as you can. I'll keep an ear out.
I'll be fine, Ma. Nothing will happen to me. I'll find Pa and bring him back. All right, let's go look for Pa. Whoop. He's got to be around here somewhere. Yeah, this is Pa we're talking about, so he's probably on Pebble Lane chatting to someone. Whoop. Pebble Lane is out that way. Whoosh. Oh, you. I'll get to you in a minute. Boink. Another coin. Does the barrel have one? We had a barrel with one earlier. Yep, okay. Alright.
What's your deal, Granny?
Hello, Herschel lad. What's the time? Shouldn't you be off home?
I'm looking for Pa, actually. Apparently he went out with a group of strange men. Have you seen him?
Roland? Sorry, haven't seen him all day. Don't tell me Lucille is having you run around after him again, is she? It's always like this. Your Pa goes missing for 2 seconds as she walks herself into a tiz and sends out the cavalry. Since you're here, Herschel, maybe you can help me with something. Don't worry, it won't take long. 2 ladybirds fell on a corn cob earlier, and they've been crawling about like crazy. I think they're lost.
Oh, right, this one. Oh, boy. 2 ladybird friends. Is ladybird like a European thing? Because one red and one blue have lost each other on this corn cob. Wherever they go, the corn kernels seem to get between them. Can you guide the red one around to meet the blue friend? Touch the screen to change the direction it's facing. Hold the stylus down and have it walk in that direction. Now you see, the actual solution here is to just have the ladybug fucking fly over there. Don't they do that? Can't they fly? Don't they usually have wings? Come on, come on. Oh, not over here then. Or am I thinking of something else? Either way, this is just a simple maze. Nothing too bad. Oh wait, this is a dead end. Yeah, right, okay. Just keep going north then. Go back around then. Also, have I mentioned I really like this puzzle theme? It's very, I mean, they're all very relaxing. All of them are just real good for like both working the brain during the puzzle and just to relax you. But I don't know, this one's just nice.
I think this may be it.
Can't they just shoot through the corn? That too. They could also just do that.
Puzzles can be quite fun.
Whoop. All right, from Labor's point of view, a corn cob must seem like an impenetrable maze. But they just flew! You could have just... Ah! I'm so sick and tired of... No.
Oh, marvelous. Thank you, Herschel. You're a good lad. If I see Roland, I'll be sure to say you're looking for him. Be careful not to trip while you're running around.
It's okay, Gloria. It's not dark yet, and I've tied my shoelaces, so I should be fine. Thanks, though.
I suppose you're too big for me to tell you that now.
Right. Pa, where are you? You must be somewhere in the market. Just keep looking. We'll find him eventually. Yeah. Where is Pa? I can't see him anywhere. Oh. Good evening. Hello, Henry. Are you out shopping?
Yes, I've been sent to purchase the week's groceries for the household.
I see. It's a bit rough on you, isn't it?
It's just part of my duties, and may I ask where you are bound?
Oh, I'm looking for my father.
You haven't seen him, have you, Henry? No, I'm afraid I haven't. I'm very sorry I can't help you.
That's all right. Right. I suppose I better go on looking then. This is the fucking 8 head that ends up with Angel. Yep.
Yes, I wish you luck.
Sure, we'll call it that. Yo, the Mario? No. Hello, Ursula. You look well today. Good evening, Lionel.
You know, I just saw that beanpole Henry from the Ascot house. They suddenly make that boy pull his weight. Speaking of pulling weights, I got some bricks from my mum's garden wall, but I can't work out how much they weigh.
All right. Lionel's contemplating a row of 9 bricks for his mother's garden wall. Apparently 2 adjacent bricks in the row are much heavier than the rest, but he can't remember which. He decided the only way to identify them is to lift the bricks one by one, but to save time he's going about it in the most efficient way possible. He worked out the max number of bricks he might need to lift in order to find the 2 heavy ones. Well, if we say, for example, that like he does them in like a pattern, he can, well, no, actually, no way. If he does one, he can then lift another one next to it, and if it's not heavy, then he can skip those, go to the next one, and that'd be 3 or 4. And then, I like how it kind of looks like little faces I'm drawing. Meh. Meh. I'm very easily amused. Okay. Okay, but seriously. If you start with that. I want to say, if we go from like that, if you go by my idea, it would be like a maximum of like 4, right? I'm thinking, probably.
I think this may be it.
Okie dokie.
Puzzles can be quite fun.
Alright. Correct, it's 4. For example, if he starts lifting by 2, 4, and 6, if one of them is heavier, he can then lift a neighboring one. If that brick isn't also heavy, then he knows the one on the other side is. None of them out of them are heavier than the rest, he can simply lift 9. If 9 is heavier than 8, must be the other heavy brick, and 9 isn't heavier, it has to be 7 or 8. Okie doke. Got it.
Oh, that's right clever that is. You have my thanks, lad.
Happy to help. I'll be on my way then. Good luck with the wall. Toodaloo. Alright. Let's move along. Boing! Oh, I remember you too. Doug, right? What could have happened to Pa? He doesn't usually stay out this late. Douglas, my bad. Ahoy there, Herschel! Where are you off to in such a hurry? Hello, Uncle Doug. Oh, that's why I remember Doug. Okay. Have you seen Pa anywhere?
Roland? Can't say I have, no. Herschel, my boy. How would you like to give your Uncle Doug a hand with a puzzle?
Sure thing. The prospective tenants of this row of houses have some unusual requirements. Number 1, I want to live next to a red house. 2, no blue neighbors, please. Oh, and a house on the end is out of the question. 3, 2 doors down from a yellow house, and no neighbors the same color as us. I'm fine with any color as long as it's not blue or red. Can you repaint just one house so that every tenant can have their dream home? Touch a house that changes its color. Fine with any color as long as it's not blue or red. 2 doors down from a yellow house and no neighbors. Well, these are the numbers, not the letters. So, yeah. That is where a tricky thing comes in. Because otherwise you would just be like, oh, I can just paint you yellow and it's fine. Because, you know, 4 would equate to D. But no, you gotta think about it. Well, next to a red house. No blue neighbors. 2 doors down from a yellow house. Throw a hint my way. You can reduce the complexity of this by thinking about how tenants' requirements limit the houses they can move into. For example, 2 doesn't want to be on the ends of the row, so they can only be in house B or C. Now take a look at 2's requirement and see which of them you can put them in. Right, okay. Okay. House on the end is out of the question. So, wait, no blue neighbor. Well, if you are blue, then 2 can be that, I guess. 2 doors down from a yellow house. Well, technically, that's 1, 2. That can work like that. Boop. Okay. Well, I live next to a red house. Oh, that can be 1. Then, oh wait, that means that could be 4, which means wait, was this right? Was this? Was that right?
I'm not certain.
Okay, it was. Cool.
Did I get it?
Good job. Alright, repainting the rightmost house in yellow satisfies all the tenant's conditions. Never mind the cost of materials and labor, the landlord ought to charge all 4 of them for the time it took to work out which house to paint. Alright.
Marvelous, my boy. You truly are your father's son. What did you say you were up to again?
Pa left the house in a hurry earlier. Ma's worried and sent me out to look for him.
Oh, Tosh, Lucille's always such a worry guts. If I see Roland, I'll give him the word.
Thank you, Uncle Doug. Well, Pa's not in town, so I suppose he must have gone on towards the woods. I do hope he's alright.
Oh yeah, he's fine. Hi, Pa.
Pa, there you are. Herschel, what's the matter with you?
You went off with a group of strangers and didn't come back all day. Ma's going spare.
Oh, your mother is just a fuss spot. I told her they were old friends of mine.
She didn't seem to think they looked like friends, and she also said that they were looking for me.
Yeah, what a pair of nervous Nellies you both are. I'm right here, safe and sound. As for those men, I know them from years ago. They'd seen you as a baby and were curious to see how you'd grown up, that's all.
Alright, but what were you doing all the way out here in the woods?
And they wanted to visit the Norwell Wall, so I offered to show them the way. It's quite hard to find for tourists.
Tourists? We haven't been getting many of those lately.
Not these days, no, but back when the wall was excavated, Stansbury was all over the news. The tourists streamed in. They flocked in all year round, day and night, just to see the Norwell Wall. This must have been years before we moved here. I can't imagine Stansbury as a tourist spot. Yeah, there was a sudden surge of interest in archaeology in this little town. All sorts of scholars and researchers started moving in. People sought to decipher the wall, to crack its secrets, to gain knowledge of unknown civilization.
Pa, you sound just like Randall.
Oh, you must have a glorious time with your friend Randall then. Anyhow, let's go home. Let's not to keep your mother waiting any longer. She'll be having kittens. Oh, yes, let's. I'm starving.
Alright, let's head back. Boop. Anyone new? Nope. Okay, let's go. Ma? Ma, I found Pa.
Now, Lucille dear, didn't I tell you those people were friends of mine and not to worry?
Well, I didn't know you'd be gone all day now, did I? I don't mean to fret, but if you just disappear like that... Ma, I'll be in my room, okay? Call me when dinner's ready.
Alright, let's get some of that studying in. What a neat little room. What a novel little place. Coin! Boing.
It's nice to be in my own room again. I can finally read that book.
I have to stop mid-chapter or something. I hate having to stop, but what else could I do? Randall seemed really keyed up today, more so than usual. I'm used to his crazy treasure hunt talk, but he's never been so cocksure before. Maybe he's really found something. Come to think of it, weren't he and Dalston arguing over some old indecipherable map the other day? Wow, I'm actually feeling quite curious. Randall must be getting through to me. Worrying thought. Still, imagine if we really did discover an ancient artifact. That'd be terrific.
Herschel, dinner's ready.
What? Already? That was quick.
Damn, I didn't investigate the side wall. Heck, there was probably something there. Oh well.
How was school, son? Anything exciting happen?
Not really. Just the usual. Well, now you mentioned I lost a fencing bout to Randall.
What's the score now then? Have they decided which one of you will be going to the next tournament?
I'm not about to let Randall beat me, Ma. I just need a bit more time to practice.
And that's the spirit. How much I'm putting to strengthen you up then?
Oh, no thanks, Ma.
Are you sure, son? There might not be any left after I've been at it.
No, I told Randall I'd meet him after dinner. Is that okay?
Now? Isn't it a bit late to be going out?
Don't worry, Ma. We're just going to sit around in Randall's room and talk.
Don't stay out too late, will you?
I won't. Thanks, Ma. See you later. Alright, but first I want to check that wall. There might have been something I missed. Yeah, like that. It's the crayon drawing. That's cute. Oh wait, I saw something. Where was that? Oh, was it up here? Okay, yeah. Okay. Just some coins and whatnot. Okay. Alright, where is Randall's place, though? Oh, hey, Doug.
Herschel, boy, what are you doing out this time?
Hello, Uncle Doug. I'm just going round to Randall's house.
Oh, and what is the young sir plotting this time? Keep an eye on him, won't you? If anything happens to that boy's fault, we'll have the whole county up in arms.
It's all right, Uncle Doug. We're only going to chat.
That didn't stop Mr. Ascot saying you home last time. Trying to antagonize the man, Herschel.
He won't even know I'm there. See you tomorrow. All right, let's head out then. Oh, hey, you're out and about now.
Layton, is that you?
Good evening, Mr. Collins.
What are you doing lurking around the school gate this hour? Have you finished a short essay I gave you?
Pretty much.
You'll no doubt find this puzzle a piece of cake, then.
All right, then. Puzzle 25. Brave the caves. A young explorer wants to go from point 1 to point 5. To do so, he must pass through the correct 4 caves in the cave complex shown. The wrong caves are filled with horrible traps. He has with him 4 photos, A to D, taken by an explorer who made it through successfully. Work out the correct route using the photographs. However, keep in mind you don't know which photo was taken where. Oh, that's worrying. Okay. Well, considering all the other ones have the cave walls, I'm going to assume B is the last one. So that's B. One of these 3 is B, I should clarify. C has a bit of a wall curving in, but there's not really many places where that would. Oh, wait. Middle one is probably D, because that has the only one where the caves are facing straight into another set of caves. I guess by extension, I can just go ahead and say probably that one, if I had to barter a guess. And if we're judging by the way B is positioned, maybe that one. Okay, that's 2 out of 4, I think. A. I don't know where A would be. Somewhere with a wall. Which means it could be either one, or which means it could either be the first route or the third one. We can't see the wall either, so I can't determine by the shrubbery either. Well, wait. Actually, if we go by this route, you can sort of see the grass there. Kinda. I'd say maybe that's a minuscule detail, but every detail counts in these kinds of things, so maybe like that then? And from there, it would be another wall, so it could be any of these. I'm gonna say it's that one then. So then we go like that, and that, and that, and then that. Yeah, I mean, it checks out to me. Hey, let's go for it.
I think this may be it. Puzzles can be quite fun.
Have a good look at the scenery in the distance of each photo. You can tell where they were taken. The light will also be on the left-hand side of the cave that bends right, and vice versa. With this in mind, you can work out the correct route. Good stuff.
You've done your homework after all.
Yes, sir.
Well, don't stay up too late. We don't want your mother to start worrying.
I won't, sir. Alright. Let's move along, move along. Oh, hi. You're out. All those questions about... What was it? The Mask of Chaos? What soft-boiled scheme has he cooked up this time? Oh, there's our ride. Or our route. What's Dalston doing out here at this hour? I don't know. Let's ask. Hi.
Oi, Layton! Bit late for a stroll.
I could say the same to you, Dalston. Do your parents even know you're out?
Maybe, maybe not. Who cares? I go where I like, when I like. I just saw Angela go by. You lot aren't having another of your little archaeology parties, are you? I really don't know what Angela sees in that posh brat. His parents aren't even as rich as mine. What about you, Layton? Aren't you tired of playing along with old Brat Scott's potty ideas?
I might not care about the archaeology, but I do enjoy listening to Randall in full rant.
He's good at talking, that's for sure. Never shuts up. But aren't we getting a bit old for the kiddie adventures?
Oh, kiddie adventures, Dalston. Anyway, we're only 17.
Yeah, we're already 17, you mean? Thought you'd have grown out of puzzles and riddles by now. Like this one. How easy is this?
Oh, I remember this. I remember this one. Dalston has posed Herschel a maths problem. It's written on a homework sheet, but it's torn in several pieces, making it very difficult to read. Dalston smirks as he watches Herschel examine the puzzle. With an air of self-satisfaction, he says, "Still struggling, but this is the simplest maths problem ever." Can you help Herschel work out the answer to the problem? Write down the number. So if you rotate that 180 degrees, you may see something in the tears there. It's 17 minus 2. Easy peasy.
Here goes. Puzzles can be quite fun.
Correct. Hope you didn't tear your hair out. From where Dalston is standing, the torn parts of the page appear to form a much simpler math problem. The answer is, of course, 15. Nice, nice.
I think Ascot's infected you with this puzzleitis. You pretend not to care, but you enjoy it, really. You and Angela. You can't afford to get wrapped up in your little games. Not if I want to become a successful hotel magnate. By the way, I saw that errand boy from the Ascot house carrying 2 huge shopping bags earlier. Now there's a busy bee, and he's no older than us. Never catch me being bossed around like that.
Well, you're not Henry, as long as he's happy with it.
Yeah? Aren't you just the same, though? Letting his lordship Count Bratula lead you around by the nose?
You sound awfully sour, Dalston. If you want to join us, you should just say. Anyway, I really should go. See you tomorrow. Alright, let's see what's going on over here then.
Oh, Herschel.
Angela, perfect timing.
Beautiful night, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Randall seems to be quite single-minded lately.
Yeah, that's Randall. I think his enthusiasm is one of the reasons I admire him.
I suppose.
but that passion makes him easily excitable. You know, you're very good for him. You keep him balanced.
Is balanced the same as boring?
No. Randall's lucky. We're both looking out for him.
Yes, he is lucky, isn't he? He's got a kind girlfriend who's concerned about his well-being, and a loyal best friend.
Ah,
You'll always look out for him, won't you, Herschel? Promise me.
yes. I promise.
Alright, let's head out. Again, over here. Right, let's sneak in the usual way.
Yes, I think that would be best.
What's the usual way, though? Oh, God. Oh, no.
Herschel, no! If we go through the front door, Mr. Ascot might see us.
Last time he caught us here, he wasn't too pleased, was he?
I don't want to think about it. Let's go in through the window.
Alright, alright.
The ivy on the wall is really the VIP entrance to Randy's room, isn't it?
I reckon I can count on one hand the number of times I've been in through the front door.
Randy's father isn't that bad, you know. He's just very, very strict.
Randall hasn't opened the window yet, has he? We'll have to send the signal.
Yep. Would you care to do the honors, Herschel?
Alright, let's do it. Puzzle 27. Ring the bell and send the signal to Randall. Set the order in which the 4 slingshots are shot. It will bounce off the first thing they come into contact with, and any obstructions they hit will break and disappear. Get it right and the bell will ring. Alright. Lloyd to submit to fire. Let's test things out first. See how they all go. Okay, so one hits the brick. Okay, so the one on the right is the last one. Well, no, that's not the last one. No, wait, no. Okay, we want to break all the things first. So, one on the left will break the thing. I'll break that. And wait. Hold on. Not quite. Okay, wait. There we go. Just took a little bit of stopping and swapping. There we go. Easy peasy.
Puzzles can be quite fun.
Bell rang. Hopefully Randall heard it. Judging by how he turned the light on, I would think so. Yes. Great. That should do it. All right, let's head in. Ooh. Hey, Randall.
Hello. We're not late, are we?
I've been waiting ages. Herschel, do you have to protect my auntie from terrible dangers on the way? I am bound to say that the lady did not require my aid, though I would have been glad to provide it had the need arisen. Oh, come off it. What a gentleman, eh, Angie? So, what is this thing you were going to tell us all about?
Yes, don't you have something to show us?
Yes, regarding the Mask of Chaos, right? Patience, my friends.
Huh?
Oh, shit.
Is that the Mask of Chaos?
The Mask of Chaos? You mean the real Mask of Chaos? The one and only? The artifact Donald Rutlig wrote of in his ancient histories. I found it at last.
That's, fake, right?
It must be. Absolutely not. This is the genuine article. According to Rutlig, the myth goes that he who holds the Mask of Chaos may have anything he desires. That's incredible, but it sounds a bit, ominous. It's just a legend, Herschel. You shouldn't believe everything you read. Still, when I examined the mask, I made an unexpected discovery.
Something Rutlig didn't mention?
Exactly. The mask does indeed possess an extraordinary power. It holds the key to unimaginable fortune and glory. That is to say, if I can crack the puzzle of the mask, it'll lead me to the lost treasure of an ancient civilization.
Well, what do you say? Does it fill you with a thirst for adventure?
No. To begin with, we don't even know if that really is the Mask of Chaos. Where'd you get it from?
Excellent question, my dear Herschel. It wasn't easy. I had to crack a devilish puzzle to get my hands on the mask.
A puzzle? What puzzle?
Take a look at this. Behold!
Look at him do his little spin. Oh, fuck. It's one of these.
What is this?
I don't understand.
We made the trip to Montedor to investigate the Mask of Chaos. There, we witnessed a terrifying sight. Civilians petrified before our very eyes. We met Angela Lador, an old friend of the Professor's. We also learned of a tragic event in Professor Layton's past. I didn't get much sleep that night, but the sunrise was quite beautiful.
Oh yeah, they do kind of awkwardly cut the flashback for this chapter. But that's not the last we're going to see of it, of course. Alright, let's save. Chapter 3, Discord in Montedor. Good morning.
Where is...
Oh, there they are.
Well, looks like somebody needs more sleep. Don't worry, you stay here while the Professor and I investigate, okay? What? You're going to leave me behind? No! Oh, nice try, Emmy. You half asleep, but you can't trick me. Half asleep? So you admit it then. You could do with a bit more sleep. Sure you don't want to stay here and take a nap? Huh? No, I'm okay. I can investigate too.
Come now, you two. Before we set out, let's go through yesterday's events.
Okay, well, we arrived in Montedor after we got that letter from Miss Lador. When we went to see her, she told us that a shady character calling himself the Masked Gentleman was stirring up trouble in the city.
Yep.
We even got to see one of his miracles last night for ourselves. Professor and I saw him turn people into stone. The whole city is on edge. If the Masked Gentleman isn't caught soon, we don't know what might happen.
Indeed, it is our mission to apprehend the Masked Gentleman and restore peace to Montedor. But in order to do so, we must first find out who is behind that mask.
From what I gather, the police are still fumbling for a lead. With so little to go on, it'd be est to get the full story from Mr. Lador himself.
An excellent proposition. I was thinking this might be a good time to pay Henry a visit.
So we're going to Lador's? Maybe we can also check the place where they kept the mask then.
Alright, well, we can do all that next time. I think I'm going to cut it here, just because we are steadily approaching the usual cutoff point for these streams. So for now, thank you for coming, thank you for staying, thank you for watching the show, and I will see you all next time with more Professor Layton and the Miracle Mask.